Fierce rivals Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs will contest the second Soweto Derby of the 2024-25 campaign. This time, it's about pride, points, and a psychological edge, with the duo set to contest the Nedbank Cup final just a week later. Hello and welcome to Soccer Betting News. I'm your host Desh Parthab, and with me in studio today is African football expert Mogale Sathekge.
Thank you so much, Desh, for welcoming me. It's been a long time, man. I'm glad we are back doing what we love again. Yeah.
Mo, let's not stand on ceremony. Looking at this second-placed Orlando Pirates outfit, they'll know that victory in the derby is crucial as they chase down Mamelodi Sundowns and keep their Betway Premiership title aspirations alive.
Yeah, I think now it's the stakes are very high. And, I feel for Pirates because they had an opportunity to close the gap during midweek, and they lost 1-0 to Marumo Gallants. I mean, those are some of the things that as players and as coaches we have to think about when we go to such kind of games. We need to learn to prepare mentally, emotionally, and physically so that we can fight for the badge. But you can see that it's towards the last stages of the league. You can't be lacking consistency and lacking that mentality to saying that this is the final lap. We need to be sharpened up all the game. It's a final to you every day if you are gunning for the league and you have a couple of games in hands to close the gap. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Pirates midweek results. Sundowns won 3-0, thumped Richards Bay 3-0 at home, and then Pirates went on to decide to say, oh, we will take a step back and just let you cruise nicely into way of lifting the Betway Premiership nicely without any disturbance. Yeah, so I don't know, Dash.
All right. Well, let's look ahead to their Soweto neighbours then. Of course, Kaizer Chiefs enter this round of fixtures in the bottom half of the log. Surely Nabi will be prioritising a win here to try and secure a top 8 finish and entry into the MTN8 competition next season.
Yes, the problem is that they are playing Pirates, and if you go back and check the last 4 or 5 games they played, Chiefs has not beaten Pirates in those last or 4 or 5 games. I mean, it's going to be tough. Honestly speaking, Pirates going forward in terms of their attack and everything, I think they are more superior than Chiefs. And if Chiefs' defense is going to have a lapse of concentration for a few minutes, Pirates will severely punish them. But look, it's a derby. It's a win-win situation. Chiefs has got this thing of losing all the games the entire season. And when they play their next-door neighbors, they just switch on for some reason to get back into it. But it doesn't help. I mean, they need to show that they are the mighty Amakosi and prepare themselves for every game. You are not playing against Pirates and Sundowns the whole entire season as Kaizer Chiefs. You have to prepare for every little team that is in the league. Your Richards Bay, your Marumo Gallants, your SuperSport United, whoever you're going to play against, Cape Town City, you have to prepare for everyone. But preparing yourself the entire season, you're playing 30 games, 28 games, then you prepare for Pirates. I mean, the 3 points, and it's bad. That 3 points is not going to take you anywhere where you feel like you've done enough for the season. So, for now, I can say it's a 50% chance win for both teams. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, if the stakes weren't high enough, next week's Nedbank Cup final adds a tantalizing layer of complexity to this weekend's clash. Now, of course, both outfits have a chance to lay down a marker ahead of that decisive Cup final showdown.
Yes, I mean, it's a double for the Soweto Giants. It's a double. It's one this week at FNB Stadium, and it's one here in Durban at Moses Mabhida next week for the Nedbank Cup final. I mean, hey, I don't know, because if Pirates beat Chiefs for both legs, it's going to be a disaster, because now it means that they are denying them. They are extending the 10 years of trophy drought if they defeat them for next week's fixture. And if they beat them now, it means they are extending more games of defeating Chiefs for this past 2 or 3 seasons. You get my point? So it's going to be a big be a big showdown for this weekend, as both teams really want to show each other like who will reign supreme. Whoever will reign supreme this weekend, I think next week they stand a chance of walking away with the Nedbank Cup.
Wow. Yeah. Well, let's not forget that it was Wandile Dube who played a pivotal role in helping Kaizer Chiefs eliminate Mamelodi Sundowns and book their place in the Nedbank Cup final. Now, the Kaizer Chiefs Academy graduate will play no part in this weekend's derby as he serves his one-match suspension for an accumulation of yellow cards. How big of a miss is he going to be for Nabi?
It's going to be a big miss for Nabi because, I mean, they've been playing Younger there, and Younger hasn't given them any results at all, and that's why they went for Dube, who I can say without any fear or favor that he delivered, besides doubts from the fans and from whoever had doubts about him. The boy unleashed himself and showed that, okay, you want me to take charge. You want me to fill the void that the man that you believed will fill is not fulfilling it. I will take charge and try to fill that void. You get my point? So Dube has really been one player that really stands out for the mighty Amakosi. So he was going to be very crucial for this game, for this encounter. But again, also when you look at the rivals at the back, I mean, Bodlela is not going to be there. Nkosinathi CBC is not going to be there. So Pirates have got an option of only 2 defenders now to partner TLB, Mbogazi and Kogi. So which is, it means now Kogi is going to be the captain of the squad, and considering the fact of how he performed in the second leg of the semi-finals against Pyramids in the CAF Champions League, I mean, there was a lot of criticism coming from the fans and so forth and everything. So I just hope he moved past that and he's able to deliver for this week's Soweto Derby game. So it's a win-win situation for both teams. I mean, Pirates is lacking a couple of key players also. Ndai is not there from defense point of view. CBC is not there from the defense point of view. So Riveiro has got an option of partnering Maela, Mbogazi or Kogi.
Yeah.
So he has to choose between those 3 defenders. And I mean, look, it's a chance for Younger also to come and say, you know what, Chiefs brought me here because they believed in me. I need to step up and show. These are games whereby I call them revitalizing spirit games or immune booster games, you know, because you can actually take this type of opportunity to resuscitate yourself as a certain player to say, this is what I'm capable of. Like, I need to bring that best person in me to actually give my teams the results. So, yeah.
Well, looking at the Orlando Pirates outfit then, players like Relebohile, Mofo King, Patrick Masongani, even Talent and Barter had all accumulated 3 yellow cards ahead of that recent defeat to Sekekune United in the midweek clash. Now, of course, they all missed a booking, which means they will be available for selection this weekend. How important has that trio been for Jose Riveiro this season?
I mean, if you can check that trio, I checked some stats recently, like that trio, actually including even Mabasa, they've collected themselves a couple of goals and a couple of assists, which is nice because the man assembled them and because he believed in them. He was sending them to all the war, which is they won most of those battles for him, you know. He has been able to triumph through many challenges and battles using those players. You get my point. So, look, they need to come to the party. But now, for Pirates, for Chiefs, yes, they've got nothing to lose if they lose the league game.
All right.
For Pirates, it's a do or die. They need the 3 points. They need the Nedbank Cup next week. You get my point? So for Pirates, you can't say, oh, let me save this player for a yellow card. Or it's a do or die. Pirates need these 3 points to, you know, to keep up the league fight or battle up there with Mamelodi Sundowns. If they don't win tomorrow's game, then it's gone. It's going to Mamelodi without any fear of favor. I can confidently say is that when Sundowns, they are about 3 to 4 games remaining, there is no lapse of concentration. They hammer. All these teams will be getting 3-4-0, 5-0, whatever. They can only stop when they are playing a Chiefs or whatever, whereby it will be a draw or it will be a 1-win away and whatever. Pirates had nothing to lose against Marumo Gallants. But what did they do? They threw that away to close the gap. So, look, the ball is in their court. All those players that you mentioned have to come to the party. Tito needs to wake up, honestly. Tito needs to wake up. He needs to be a ambulancia setembisa that the Buccaneers have faithfuls in. And now I don't know whether he's an ambulancia say, I don't know, it is no way I say, I don't know, crew and start Free State or whatever, because now he plays like he doesn't have any sense of belonging in the Bucs team, and he knows he plays a very pivotal role in that Bucs team. It's like he's a Relemo Fukeng, yes, he's there, but you know the way Tito came in and resuscitate the Bucs team going forward with his forward passes and everything, making the team gel to play against to play amongst one another and everything and get results. We saw him as a replacement of Nyoso Tembinkosi, number 3. You get my point. So now all that thing is fading away when we need him the most, because this is the last lap, and this is what you always look at as a football fanatic or an analyst to say, you know, Pirates and Chiefs, they are not just any teams. You need players that can play from the start to the finish, because even the finish, it gets more tantalizing, it gets more worrying, it gets more physical, it gets more, the pressure is more and everything and stuff. And that's where a player has to show who they are and deliver, because there's an expectation out of them from the fans and the coaches and the technical team and the club owners to say, we have this type of a person and they will do the job for us.
Yeah. The last time these two sides met in the South African top flight, it was the mighty Buccaneers who emerged victorious. Of course, you remember that 96th minute penalty that Tito actually dispatched. Do you think this time out it's going to be a game of fine margins?
It's not gonna. It's look, like I said now, the way things have been for the past 2 games for the teams, I'm saying 50% Chiefs, 50% Pirates. But at this point, Pirates stand a chance of winning it because of when we look at their recent form. Unlike Kaizer Chiefs, you know, they've been having a lot of trials and tribulations, and it has been hard for them to win important games. You get my point. Whereas for Pirates, if the team can connect and play for one another and stuff, we know what type of what type of a team Orlando Pirates is. Orlando Pirates is a lethal team. They've got dangerous players. You can count them. There's Makaula, there's Mbata, there's Rele, there's Mohaunkota, there's Mabasa, there's Evidence Mahopa. You know, those type of players for Pirates, you always look at them and you always look at that point that at some point, they always come to the party to deliver. Same thing for Chiefs. There are certain players like Dube, he's not going to be there. It's something worrying for Nabi, because if you look at the way Dube plays, his passion and everything in the previous games, you could see that he's playing for the bench. He's playing to win matches for the Chiefs. But now, if you are going to bring a younger Riveiro who has been on the bench for for the past 5 games, and now he's gonna come in a very much heated, anticipated Soweto Derby at FNB Stadium, the Calabash, then we are going to have a problem. We are going to have a problem. I just wish that Dube was there and everything, and I think the support, the excitement and the tension and everything from the fans and stuff, it was going to be a morale booster to him. But unfortunately, they are going to opt for Ranga, and if Ranga is playing Shem, I see Mbogazi taking leave. He's just going to play like a normal player. But as for Chiefs defenders, they must prepare themselves for one, especially if they choose to start Mabasa up front.
Yeah. Mo, you've been saying 50% Kaizer Chiefs, 50% Orlando Pirates. It sounds like you're calling a draw in this fixture.
It's not a draw. 50% chance win for Pirates, 50% chance win for Chiefs. So I know that there's never a dominance from one team in the derby. Another team might have the first half, another team might have... Now it's going to be a matter of who takes their chances, whatever half that they are going to dominate in the derby. Whoever takes their chances, they are going to reign supreme in that game. I can tell you, if Pirates scores first, it will be difficult for Chiefs to pull one back. But if Chiefs scores first, Pirates might equalize and even manage to win the game. As long as there is Mongota, there is Tomare Feta, I can't speak much about Maswanganyi because his performance has deteriorated. We need to be very honest. But there are also players that we are not talking about now that they tend to become lively when it comes to the derby. Or players like Talendum Mbata, Dion Hoto and so forth from Pirate side, you know, and also from Chief side. I mean, there are certain players that might switch on during that game, and we are in for a surprise. I don't know what will be the results, but my expectations are that I want it to be a fired up Soweto Derby, because next week is going to be the nail in the coffin, and whoever wins this Soweto Derby now, they will carry that confidence into that and know that no, we are now superior on this team. Then we just need to bury and finish the job, and then we are fine. So it's going to be a very interesting one. I can't wait to see what's going to be happening on the lines amongst the coaches and everything and stuff. But I can tell you, there are few rare talents in this. That's why I'm saying I wished that Dube was there. I wish that Mfundo Vilakazi from Chiefs was there for this derby, because I'm telling you that there is just those few individuals who are going to be a game changer in this particular game that we are going to be looking at. Might surprise us and carry this derby the same way he carried the game against Mamelodi Sundowns. He decided that game in 10 minutes, a 20-year-old. Yeah. So he can still do that because he's capable and he believes in himself. So let's see what the boys have in store for us on tomorrow.
All right. Well, Mo, thanks so much for your analysis. Football fans, do let us know in the comments below if you agree with African football expert Mogale Sathekge. If you haven't already, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. From all of us in studio, thanks and goodbye.
It's a shoe, brababa. Thanks.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest edition of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.